Hey guys, welcome back to Jetski's Garage. This episode going to be installing this 351 into a mate's XB Fairmont and also doing a conversion from automatic to manual. So I'll be going through items that are required to do a full conversion. Tune along. So currently on his way to my place right now is a guy called Harry. Harry got onto me when he was looking at upgrading his 302 to a 351. Before I go any further though, I'm going to apologise for my goofy eye at the moment. Don't know what's going on with it, but yeah, you get used to it for this video. So yeah, Harry got hold of me when, he's got a 302 XB Fairmont. Wanted a bit more horsepower, but wasn't sure on what way he wanted to go, whether to use the original block that he's got, which is matching numbers to his Fairmont. So yeah, I had a bit of a chat to him and basically said I've got a rotating assembly and some other bits and pieces there where I can build them up with 351. So this engine is the same combo that I've got in my coupe, which is a F246 cam, air gap, high rise, well not high rise, but air gap manifold, dual flame, just an MSD ignition. We got roller rockers, balance blueprinted, just 30 thou oversized pistons, with the Teflon sides on the skirts of the pistons and that. Closed chamber, 2B heads, and then just lightly ported, just basically just cleaned up the castings. We've got 4V valves as well on that one. So yeah, going to be throwing a double pumper on that once we get in the car too. But also while I built this one, which was nearly a year ago now, he also decided that he wants to go manual instead of the automatic that's in it as well, which I think is going to be a great bit of fun with this combo. Everyone loves it. I love it. Same as in my coupe. Used the combo before, and yeah, really good fun. Plenty for the street. So I'm going to be going through the conversion and just helping you guys out. Basically, some of the guys that just want to do the auto to manual conversion, but also some people that are going to be doing a 6-cylinder to a V8 conversion. This is going to help you as well, because I'll be able to identify the different parts that you'll need to be able to go from a 6-cylinder to a V8 as well while I'm going through this. So yeah, turn along and he'll be here any minute now. Unloaded, she's in the shed. The engine over here now. So basically just going to do a bit of a quick walk around, show you how nice this sort of thing is. Harry's had this one for quite a while and it is actually quite nice. So it's got the 302 on it, just a 350 Holly on it. By the sounds of it, it's either ignition or carby that's given a bit of an issue at the moment. About 2 weeks ago actually started to play up on him and wouldn't run properly, so sort of pushed along getting it here so I could do the engine swap for him. But yeah, it is actually a really nice, good example of I suppose you'd say a bit of a survivor really. Yeah. So he's just been cruising it with the 302 in it. But yeah, now we want to have a bit more of fun and probably go down the drags and stuff like that too. But yeah, there's a lot of things that are just in really good nick. Like bonnet's in great shape. Car's in pretty good shape. A couple of little spots here and there, but one doesn't. So yeah, I'm going to start stripping her out. Obviously be yanking engine and gearbox all out in one. Then I'll be doing the pedal assembly. Harry's brought along a clutch pedal and new brake pedal because the brake pedals are different too. But yeah, when I lay everything out, I'll go into a bit more detail of those sort of parts that you need to be able to do the conversion. So yeah, hope you enjoy. I love it when you get pretty much everything in. So, a little bit of coolant there. No power steering or trans or, so happy days. So, I had a bit of a stitch up where the engine mount bolt's gone through and put an exhaust in afterwards. So generally, yeah, you would. Where are we? Let's get some light happening. Yeah. So you can see here, heaps of room to be able to pull a bolt out. But what they've done is they've put the bolt in the other way. Ugh. There we go. I can't actually get the bolt out, so I'm going to have to undo the mounts off the engine, leave the mount in there, which is not really what I like to do, but anyway, it's not the end of the world. Carry on. It's out. Happy days. Empty. Engine on stand. Trans in the naughty corner. So it made a bloody mess on my floor. So it wasn't me. It was definitely the trans. Now, next step I'm going to do is alternator, power steering assembly, get some pulleys off. And just those couple of little bits and pieces I'll need to chuck on the next engine, but obviously we're going to have to take brackets off, get them blasted, paint them, make them all look nice and pretty. Now, I will turn your attention to the bay now. For the guys doing an engine swap, it's pretty basic when you're going from a 6 to an 8 engine bay wise. All you've really got to change is those mounts, and that's pretty much it. Now, you are supposed to have a V8 suspension for the front end. I haven't tried it per se, but I'm pretty sure if you've got standard 6-cylinder front springs, you put a V8 in, just makes it look like it's lowered, but not too much, so it's not too bad. But yeah, as you can see, this car was a column shift at some point, so it's still got the linkages there. So this is a good opportunity if you guys want to change anything around in your engine bay. It's a really, really good opportunity to get access to those things. I don't think we're going to worry about that because you're not even really going to see it at all. I wouldn't stress about it. But yeah, I'm going to give this a good degrease and a good clean up. And then in the meantime, yeah, get those things off that. Get them off so they can get cleaned. And then what I can get to, I will. On this one, start getting this tidy up. The rocker covers are coming off as well. I've got another set back over here. So these ones as well, I'm going to be doing a bit of a clean up on and get them all painted up, head on to the other engine as well. So, but yes, so this is where I'm at the moment. Not much excitement is going to be happening until we yeah, get a few more things in place. So we're back. I've taken a few of the parts to work off that other engine, sandblasted them, painted them, come up pretty good, pretty happy with them. So got crankshaft pulley, radiator mounts, alternator bracket, power steering, water pump pulley. So yeah, no, they come up pretty good. I was pretty happy with it. Yeah, so a couple of things I've got to do now is clean the engine bay, give it a degrease, give it a wash, make it look all nice and pretty. Then I haven't received the gearbox yet for the engine because he's going top loader. He's dropping it off to his mate to give it a reseal, a bit of a birthday, and inspect all the linkages and stuff like that. So yeah, he's got that. So I'm going to worry about getting the engine in yet. But I've still got to do the conversion for the pedal box, so I'll do that. But yeah, I'm trying to get this old engine gone. Gear, the auto C4, that's gone. Jared bought that for his XR. So yeah, he's doing a bit of a cruiser setup for that first, or we'll probably shift kit it. Don't know what he's going to do. Changes his mind every week like we all do. But yeah, so I'll get into the pedal box conversion and let you guys know on things you need and what you need to look out for, and yeah, it's pretty basic. And I've got help. Windsor, what are you doing? You gonna help? Yeah, you put that in the bin? In the bin? Good boy. Right, so for the guys playing at home, this is your pedal box. These are your pedals. Obviously, throttle pedal doesn't go with the pedal box, so we don't need to worry about the throttle pedal. This is the automatic pedal, which I've pulled out. And this is another clutch pedal I have. I've already done the swap because I was trying to do a good video where I can show you myself doing the conversion, but it's actually pretty hard to get decent camera angles and stuff like that. So I figured I'd do a nice good rundown. In a standard automatic pedal box, the shaft, which goes through this hole, will only be from there to there, and that's it. The manual one is actually longer. It'll come out to there because this is where your clutch is going to sit. Now the difference between your pedals, you can see the clutch has an angle on that left hand side. Your brake pedal will have an angle on that side, but it'll be shorter. It'll be about there like that. So that's how you can tell the difference with width, whether or not it's a automatic or a manual brake pedal, and whether or not you've got a clutch or a brake pedal as well, because obviously brake pedal will still have that shaft as well. So there's no way about it. You've got to drop the steering column and then unbolt the box as well. So as I've undone the bolts, I've dropped it down, pulled it towards myself and angled it that way. Once it's angled, you're able to pop the pins in the circlips. So pop the circlip on this side and you pull your pin out this way. And by pulling it out that way, you're then able to do your brake pedal, put your clutch pedal on as well, and then bolt it all back up together. It is a prick of a job, just yeah. But so that's basically it. Once you have your pedals done, make sure you have your bushes. It's a good opportunity to replace your bushes as well. They're pretty cheap and easy to get. Put your wave washers or spring washers back in the right situation, or right position, sorry. And then yeah, bottle all back up in position. done. Happy that's finally done. Sick of the blood rushing in my head. So this car is now officially a man's car. Look at it, 3 pedals. Woo. So quick basic rundown for everyone playing at home. The 3 things you really need to be able to pull this off is the longer shaft, pivot shaft that the pedals will run on, because it's got to accept the clutch pedal. You need a clutch pedal, and you don't have to, but it's obviously better to have a manual brake pedal. So the brake pedal is smaller, not as big, so that's pretty much it. You will need to drop the steering column. On my car, coupe, it was easier because I didn't have aircon ducting or heater vent ducting, and when you try and slide that pin across, it hits that ducting on Harry's car, so I've had to drop it all down, which made things a bit longer. So yeah, you pretty much pull the pedal box down, don't have to pull it all the way out, you can just drop it down, angle it a little bit, and you can slide that pin in and out. So, but yes, so moving on to the next part now, get that master cylinder on and start organising, get that engine bay clean. Another bit of a request I got from Harry was to do a couple of tidy ups. So I've done rad support. I'm going to do a little bit of tidying up on the wiring as well. Got underneath there relays just zip tied to the bonnet top cable. So yeah, pulled the bonnet catch out as well. Gave that a good degrease clean up while wheel and the gurney. Yeah, got Jared giving us a hand as well. So engine. Got all the front drive stuff on pretty well, so I've chucked a couple of belts on, chucked distractors on. Because we're waiting for the gearbox to get rebuilt and resealed and that, gonna throw the bell housing on, we've got down there, and yeah, I'll just throw the gearbox in a bit later on. It's not too bad when you don't have the bell housing attached to the gearbox. So yeah, flywheel on, clutch on, bell housing and all that. Get the clutch, slave, master cylinder all lined up and that, and yeah, happy days, carry on. This is the cable from my other video that I did, shortening the throttle cable, nice and small, keep it tidy, so I'm going to be fitting that to Harry's car as well. Prime time TB magic, bell housing, clutch, flywheel, everything's all on. So yeah, seen in previous videos when I was doing my coupe, flywheel housing on, it's not real exciting. So yeah, that's done. Jared's gone home, do some tea for the fam, about to have tea as well. So the rad support, quite nice. I got some brackets, bolts and stuff that are still drying with the paint as well. So let them go a bit longer overnight, and yeah, we'll get back to it probably tomorrow. finish this one up here. I also still got a fair bit of work to do to get this thing running and driving. Got power steering back in, got to do gearbox linkages, got to do carby, fuel line, 20 plus putting dizzy in, thermostat housing, fair bit left to do, still got to get the radiator. Harry's gone and got a full radiator recall done, yeah, from a local guy here in Adelaide. So yeah, still a fair bit more work to do, so I'll do this in 2 parts, but this one basically was just to let everyone know what you're going to be in for if you're doing a conversion from automatic to manual or vice versa, and when you're doing a engine conversion. So we go back to the transmissions. You want the main shaft because the manual one's longer, you want a clutch pedal, and you want a manual brake pedal too. Drop the column, drop the box, move it to the side, pop the pin out, put it all back together. Then for doing an engine conversion, if you're going from 6 to 8, you need the V8 mount plates that go to the actual cross member. And then if you want to get into the nitty gritty as well, all the V8s had an extra support piece welded in there. They also had another piece that was underneath these guards as well for strengthening, but I've never worried about that, and never worried about the rad support one either. And also the throttle pedal. Your early XA, XB, early XB, they had a linkage for the 6 cylinders, like I have in the coupe. And then once you put the V8 pedal in, it'll then be able to go to a cable setup. So yeah, XC, correct me, anyone out there, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure XC already have that cable pedal in there without their solid linkages. So yeah, but hopefully that helps a few of you guys out. Now coming up next, I have bought the old F-Truck I've got, 1951 F-Truck, bought that home, and I happened to buy something else to go along with that, so that'll be coming up soon too guys. So hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas and have a great new year, and we'll see you then. Cheers guys.